when you watch the pros on TV, around the green, they use a wide variety of golf clubs. Average golfer, probably the same trusty one they use every week.
Yeah, and they don't experiment this, and that's one thing you have to do to be a better golfer. You have to experiment a little with your club selection.
But experiment here, don't experiment on the course.
Right, exactly. Yeah, especially if you're playing for money. Yeah. So, but you can practice on the course, take your shots that you don't do well, and change clubs and see how you do. So we've set up the 3 basic shots. One's called a chip shot. One's called a pitch and run, and one's called a pitch. Okay, a pitch is when you don't have a lot of green to work with. So you have less green to work with here than you do here and there. But this one way up here, we can putt with that.
Right.
That's what the average golfer does. A lot of the pros do that off the green, especially on this Bermuda grass. Okay, so for the front one, we could use. What would you use from the front one other than putt?
I feel like I'm going to be wrong on this one, but it's 60 degrees.
Okay, and you would have to hit it perfect because it's probably going to bite a little bit.
Okay.
It won't run out. So depending on the green, if you're used to the same golf course, that's fine. If not, maybe drop it down to your 56 or 58 or even down to a 50 and just play the ball forward. Because when you play a 60, one of the things that you do is you put your hands forward, then you're going to get it stuck.
Right.
But if you can bring your hands back behind the ball, now you're using the flange properly. Okay? Here, if you were going to the second pin, what would you use?
Probably a 50, but I know you're going to recommend something else.
Well, I think you could use a 9 for safety.
Okay,
all right?
And a 9 is going to be a little lower, bump and run.
And you know it's going to roll. That's the big thing. With the lofted club, it could still bite. I can't bite. Just try this middle one a minute.
All right, so this is my 9.
This is your 9, and you want to make sure your hands are not ahead of the golf ball.
Okay.
They're behind the ball.
So not here.
Right.
Here.
Right like that. Correct. And you just sweep it. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Real good. Now look at that ball. That's under control. And you didn't hit it perfect. Yeah, but you didn't hit it perfect, but you didn't lose the shot. If you would have drop-kicked it with your wedge, you'd be halfway there and have a longer putt.
And that's frustrating.
Right. So now you come back to this one.
Okay.
And what would you do from here to that pin, which is a tough shot?
Probably the 60.
Okay. Now, again, make sure your hands are slightly behind the leading edge. Okay? And now, just sweep it. Well done. Okay, now you got robbed there. It hit the fringe and kicked away.
But I'll take that still.
Right. So, yeah, that would be the worst that would happen.
Over 2 feet in front of me in dubs, I'll take that any day.
So our key is the right club for the right shot and experiment with that. And then also, the big one we just said, do not put your hands forward on a pitch, a chip, or anything because you're going to dig.
Right.
We want to sweep through it.
I need to get better at that.
Yep.
So higher lofted club is going to bite quicker. Lower loft is going to run a little bit more.
Just get the feel for it.
All right.
Better golf with the Golf Doctor.
As if you need some help with your game, you can always send an email to Morgan and the Golf Doctor at winknews.com.